Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Friday, February 26, 2016. This is Texan TV news from Tarleton State University in Stephenville, Texas. And I am Todd. Today's top story in campus news: Love is in the Air Sunday at the 6th Annual Central Texas Wedding Expo. The expo will be held from 1 to 5 p.m. in the Thompson Student Center ballrooms on the Tarleton campus in Stephenville, Texas. Attendees will engage with many wedding vendors, watch a bridal fashion show, and have a chance to go home with a free wedding valued at $1,700. Texan TV Cassie Stafford interviewed director Lizzie Lippenpitis about what to expect this year.
Well, I definitely feel confident. This is the first year that's ever been sold out, and we definitely have a lot of good things that we're going to be giving away. We have 2 5-day LJT passes, we have free wedding, we have full event services, wedding event services, which include the actual planning and then the day of. We just have a lot of great things. Dr. Carly Goen has really gone out there and found a lot of great stuff that we're giving away to brides. So we're just really excited for the whole thing. Definitely expect to be there all 4 hours from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. And you should definitely expect to see all types of vendors, from photography to floral to bride vendors of any sort. You should definitely expect to stay until the fashion show at 4:30. And you should expect to stay until 5 p.m. for the free wedding drawing. There will be games all days, there will be raffles all days for door prizes, and there will be swag bags, so you definitely will have a good time all day.
Admission for the Wedding Expo is $5 for adults and $2 for ages 12 and under. Brides-to-be that have pre-registered will receive a swag bag upon arrival at the expo. For more information, you can follow the Central Texas Wedding Expo on Facebook or Twitter at CTW Expo. In regional news, the Empire Tribune reports that an Erath County grand jury indicted a Dublin man for sexually assaulting children on Wednesday. 55-year-old John Engel was indicted on several different counts, including indecency with a child and aggravated sexual assault. Engel hosted camps at his RV Longhorn Ranch in Erath County for children interested in learning about and caring for longhorn cattle. A press release from the Erath County Sheriff's Office says that numerous victims have already been identified and that his victims are thought to be primarily male. He is currently being held at the Erath County Jail on a $600,000 bond. And now, today's Texas, national, and international news from the Associated Press. In Texas news, Republican presidential candidate Ted Cruz was endorsed by the Texas Governor Greg Abbott on Wednesday. Abbott was present for Cruz's campaign rally in Houston. Cruz's campaign is depending on an overwhelming win in the state to survive in the election, since Texas offers the biggest delegate prize. Cruz attempted to shake off his disappointing third-place finish in Nevada at the rally by saying that there are only 2 people who have won one of the first 3 states, with one being himself. Without mentioning Donald Trump, Cruz also says that Texas will not only be swayed by blustery rhetoric, and that the time for clowns, acrobats, and dancing bears has passed. Texans vote Tuesday not only for delegate or Democratic and Republican Party presidential nominees, but also for a number of statewide and local party nominees. In national news, Martin Worth turned to gunfire rather than being evicted from his Bailey, Colorado home. Worth has been fighting the foreclosure of his home with the state court since 2014. 8 Park County police officers went to home to serve the risk eviction notice. It was no surprise to find a resistant resident. The shooting killed 1 law enforcement officer and wounded 2 others. When Worth opened fire, officers returned fire, killing Worth as well. Worth's colleague, Tim Holland, struggled to deal with the shooting, saying, "It seems that Worth was just pushed to the end of the rope, and he tried every single approach to addressing his grievances. And at the end, he chose to not let them take his home away from him." In international news, professional soccer player Lionel Messi touched many hearts yesterday by sending a signed jersey to a 5-year-old Afghan fan, Murtaza Ahmadi. Murtaza became an overnight internet sensation. Photos started trending on social media of him wearing a homemade Messi jersey, made out of only plastic bags and Messi's number 10 on the back. This not only grabbed the attention of soccer fans, but also the attention of Lionel Messi himself. Watasa received the Messi-signed Argentina jersey yesterday, as well as a soccer ball. The Associated Press reported that the Afghan Football Federation is trying to set up a meeting between Messi and the boy. For more national and international news, we turn to the Associated Press for the AP News Minute.
This is AP News Minute. Authorities say a gunman killed 3 people and wounded 14 others before being shot to death by an officer at the Kansas factory where he worked. The factory is located about 35 miles north of Wichita. The gloves were off at Thursday night's Republican presidential debate in Houston as both Senators Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio unloaded on frontrunner Donald Trump, complete with insults, name-calling, and finger-pointing. Iranians vote in parliamentary elections Friday, their first vote since the country's landmark nuclear deal, which is seen as a referendum on the policies of moderate President Hassan Rouhani. And huge waves are drawing competitive surfers to Hawaii's Oahu Island for a major invitational. Organizers estimate waves are as high as 60 feet tall. Matt Small, The Associated Press, with AP News Minute.
Now we go to Cassie Stafford for the Stephenville weather.
Thanks, Corey. It's 49 degrees and sunny outside here in Stephenville, Texas, with a high of 62 this weekend. There's 52% humidity with wind speeds of 5 miles an hour, so it ought to be a beautiful weekend to be outside. Thank you, and back to you.
Thanks, Cassie. Today's broadcast was produced by Cassie Stafford, Morgan Cavett, Sydney Burns, Rebecca Hernandez. You can follow us on www.texannews.net. Don't forget to tell your friends about us and become a fan of Texan TV News on Facebook. I'm Corey Todd. Tune in Monday for the latest news from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas.